Hi, Peter Dialag here with another isometric video to help get more of your body behind your basic techniques. Today's lesson, we're going to kick things up a notch. Yes, hopefully you guessed it, Dan Uke, the rising block, and a plethora of other things that they are as well. But you're probably wondering, Pete, why are you doing a video? Vertical. Sometimes henkas are good. Variations. Keep things honest. Keep you guessing. Hey, something's different. Let me try that. You got to pay attention. It's just easier. All right. So I did this because I want you to see the full body from the beginning. And we're not using a door jam, even though you could. We're using you, and we're using whatever it is that you have. Remember this thing? That thingy right there? That we stuck in the door and we did yeah, okay. We're going to use this, but we're going to use this anchor to the floor because we are going to step on it, and we're going to use us as the resistance. Okay, Dan Uke, again, vertical, keeping things fresh and new and exciting, and anchors, because variations and change is often good because it keeps you thinking. Keeps you working, thinking, keeping, working, thinking. Keeps you wanting to learn because something changed and you're like, okay, something's different. What? Why? Maybe I need to pay more attention. All right, so vertical, so you can see the whole body. Again, we have our belt. There's your little knots. What we're going to do is place this on the ground. Keep the knot on the ground. Put your foot on it. Pick a stance, whatever stance you wish to use. And before anybody gets crazy saying that, oh, it's sacrilege to step on your belt, get somebody else's, get another tether, put something down. This is a tool for us to work. It's just a thing that we're using. Don't get crazy over it. All right? Whatever anchor, whatever tether you have, you're going to anchor it on the floor. Again, if you're strong enough to pick yourself up, you don't need martial arts. Just go out there and enjoy life. But for the rest of us, so a profile view of Dan Uke. So again, I'm Fudo Sanchin again. Right now, I'm not concerned about your stance because yes, you're going to practice every stance you know. Hopefully, you will. Hopefully. Hands are here. Something's coming down. You need to prepare for it. Your hands are in a position, whether it be from your beginning of class. One hand preps, the other one's coming up. They cross in front. They cross past. The blocking hand is going to rotate and project up and forward. The other hand is going to retract, as every other basic technique. There's a little bit of cant to the body, and then you got to repeat it. So that blocking hand is going to come down in front of your face. Excuse me, the hand that blocked is going to come down in front of your face. The hand that's going to project upward and block rises up the outside. Again, there's body involved to get your stance behind it, and then you go do Dan Uke, projecting up and forward slightly. And again, good solid stance so that whatever hits, you don't collapse. You want to stay strong. So again, have your body behind it, and then your weapon's the last thing that touches. From your position, I need this to come up. I'm going to contract. Keep it anchored. Start it from its full range of motion. The body contracts. The hips, the abs, the back, the shoulders, the pec, the bicep. Because again, this is if you think about it, this is a lot of arm in that technique until it gets to here, and then you got tricep. Contract. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands here. We're going to start a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now comes the rotation. That last 5%, 2%. Get it where it needs to be, and then rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get it a little bit higher so it's above your head. I'll show you from the profile view. Again, I don't want to block out here because I got hit every single time. I want to block my head so it doesn't. Let's just practice the arms so you can see. Just so you can see what's going on with this arm. This arm I'm going to put behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my halfway position, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loosen up a little bit more, get to that full range of motion. If it's not tight where it should be, choke up just a little bit, and I want you to work for that last 2%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you do it, you're feeling work. Your legs have to contract to support your torso. Your torso has to contract front, back, middle, sides, everything, so that your shoulders are supported. Your shoulders need to be strong and stable so it can support the arm when it's doing the technique. Let's change angles. Yoi, right? Again, I got a little pressure on the outside of the arm. And all I'm going to do is bring it up, out. 1, 2, 3, if we're going to practice beginning, middle, and end. And believe me, if you want to add more stops to the bus trip, go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Right about there, that's middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retract a little bit more, get that. Tensions over the forearm, kind of like simply where it's going to take the hit. That's why I'm keeping the belt on the outside. Get it to the point where it's like, okay, are you going to have to fine tune this to find your range of motion? Yes. Talk to your sensei, he'll figure it out. You'll feel it more importantly. Here we go. And that last 1%, 2%. Rotate the wrist and project. I'm protecting my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. You really do feel it. You really, really do. All right, I'm going to switch the view just so you can see the inside view instead of just my back. So, same thing again, put the belt on the ground, anchor that not but the bottom of your foot. Again, your hands are in that yoi position, if you will. Let me back up just a touch so you can see everything. Here we go. All right, yoi position. I want this arm to come up as I'm blocking. So again, it's the opposite arm. I switch sides just so you can see. This arm out of play because I want you to focus on the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Halfway-ish position, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 99.9 or 99.5 position right here. And again, that last 1%, 2%. Twist it out. Let the body support it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you have that resistance and you're trying to project forward and up, once your body feels pressure coming down, it's going to need pressure to come back to stabilize. That's what we're trying to focus on. Having you feel, me, shoulder injury, recovery, the legs, the thighs, the butt, the abs, the chest, the shoulder, the arm, the fingernails are finally crinkling and contracting, so you have all that tension. If you're standing here and you do your technique to its full range of motion, however you've been doing it, don't just raise the arm, because then you're only working on whatever physical strength you have in that shoulder capsule. If you put your body behind it and you've got your stances behind, your legs are behind your torso is behind your shoulders behind your weapon, you have some stability there, which is kind of the purpose of this whole thing, is for you to feel what your body's doing, what muscles are engaging, so that you are stable and solid and able to do your technique to the best of its ability. Now, I know what you're saying. But Pete, what about the retracted side? What about the other side? I know. We're going to do that now. Great question. That's exactly what we're going to do next. But we need to go back to the door. Why? Because if you think about it, this hand that's, up is pulling down. Kind of like, think of the dynamics of an empty, and then we're going to do a full retraction. So you got a combination of things. Let's hit the door frame, and, well, you know what I mean. Don't hit the door frame because it's going to hurt and don't break it. We're going to go back to our door frame. We're going to anchor this at the tippity top. I'll show you. Come with me. It's just easier. We're at our door frame again. We're going to take our tether, our knot. We're going to put it on the top. Okay? Make sure the knot's on the outside, please. close your door, slip it through the top so the knot's on the outside. If you want to put it on a door hinge, that's fine. Any place in the middle where you can kind of get that downward contraction is what we're looking for. So, Jodan Uke. Preparation, one hand's up, the other one comes across, they cross, the other one pulls back, retraction, the other one exerts at the same time, or projects at the same time, so you have your dynamics. Well, if you remember, first video that we did, Seek, and if you didn't watch it, go back, it's just easier. You have your retraction where you are pulling this back as far as you can. So that is our end range, that is the end of a retraction, that is you contracting as many muscles as you physically have, or it's actually, hey, I'm going to grab somebody and I'm going to pull this guy so when I hit him in the face it actually works, or at least hold on to him. We're going to take this top anchor. I'm going to use the camera side so you can see. So with, if I'm going to do a right Jodan Uke, left hand's going to come up in the prep position or block position, guard position, whatever you want to call it, it's there. Let's just call it retraction now because it's just easier. And again, it is more than just a retraction, so be aware of that. Your hands are here, this one crosses, it pulls back, and you've got your execution, your technique. So you have your technique here. From here, I want to pull this down. I want down pressure. Think of that, I'm pulling it down and then I'm going to pull it in. So wherever you are, just grab it. Find your stance, again, whatever stance you have, left, right, kokutsu, kokutsu, neko washi, shiko, shiko, zen, zen, kiba. You're going to practice them all. Stance right now, again, you are going to practice them all. Right and left side, gyaku, oitsuki, do them all, it's easier. Full range of motion as high as you can get it. From here, instead of trying to lift your body up, I want you to pull your body down. Pull the floor, pull the wall, bring the house down, pull it. Feel the contraction, feel the tricep. You're going to feel these ribs tightening up. You're going to feel the abs, your butt cheeks are going to stay nice and tight. Your feet are going to grab because otherwise your body's going to shift. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway position. If you want to put the other hand in there, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Full retraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Other hand, other side, just so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have that normal retraction. It's the exact same one that we did for Seiken, as we did for Soto-uke, as we did for Uchi-uke. And surprisingly enough, it's the same one that you do for Jodan Uke. So you have that dynamic, use it. Feel what body is working so that you can get as much of you behind your basic techniques as possible so they are actually effective. So little things for Jodan Uke, okay? Yes, you have it anchored, you know that. So from this yoi position, right, I want it to come up so I can put my body behind it. Again, you're trying to keep that focus point like in the middle of your forearm, middle of the ude. So again, you're not blocking with your wrist because if you block out here, this is now leverage and it doesn't work out that good for you. And obviously if you go a little bit too far, you're gonna get slapped anyway. Have that nice, keep in the middle of your body, nice sharp angle so that whatever hits hopefully slides off as opposed to keeping it too flat so whatever hits you pushes down on you. Just little things to think about. Your hand prepares. We just practiced that downward pressure, that downward pull so we can do a full retraction so the other hand can actually go up. Your hands are coming up, cross, middle. You're at your end range. Again, you're at 98, 99%. Get the load in the middle of the forearm. Adjust the strap if you need to so that you could do your full range technique. And then that last 2%, put it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should feel a lot of body. Your legs have to support your torso supports your shoulders support your arm supports your hand, etc., etc., etc. The old song that we learned in kids, or at least when I did, when I was a child. It was, foot bones connected to the leg bones connected to the knee bones connected to the hip bone, etc., etc., etc. We're still humans. It all works. This is just what we do. Use more of your body so that you can put as much of you behind your basic techniques as possible. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, thumbs up, comments below. Keep sweating. See you next time.